Chapter 67, Worth it to wait? After hanging up, Lin Chuxue pressed her lips together. She could only use this as an excuse to cheer for Su Cheng. Since when did she need to find a reason or excuse to even talk to him? Lin Chuxue bitterly smiled. She was standing on the balcony of Su Cheng's home. When Shen Yao came over, Lin Chuxue quickly put the phone into the bag. Are you really okay not going back for 2 days? Wouldn't your boss take you to court or something? Shen Yao held the fruit plate and chewed as she asked. Did you forget that my family is a big shareholder of the company? I'm basically half a boss. When the company just started, we needed a capable singer and celebrity to lead the company, and that was why I was chosen to give it a shot. The boss would never force anything on me. By now, we are already signing more and more new celebrities and trainees, so the company will still be able to function normally without me, Lin Chuxue said. But you are a popular money tree right now, it would be unreasonable if your company doesn't take advantage of a gold magnet like you, Shen Yao pouted and said. Money can be earned anytime, and it's not necessarily good to have money. Lin Chuxue remembered how she and Su Cheng missed the most opportune time to accept each other because of the gap in their social and wealth status. Shen Yao bitterly smiled. Looking at the night view from the balcony, at the bustling city lights, she said in agreement, yeah, everything changed after the money came. My dad started to attract bees and butterflies, and lost something he treasured and wanted to protect in the past. Lin Chuxue looked at her and slowly asked, you still don't want to go back home and face your stepmother? Shen Yao was a bit lost. She looked ahead and shook her head. Maybe the scar in my heart didn't heal yet, so I don't want to go back and face them. After all, with my current resources, I can make enough money to feed myself. She then turned around, looked towards Lin Chuxue and asked with a smug smile, my big superstar, when do you plan on marrying yourself away? I heard that there are tons of rich heirs surrounding you every day, willing to spend millions after millions on you. Holy crap, I'm jealous. Lin Chuxue chuckled and replied, you said it yourself, I'm wearing the big superstar halo, and those people only want to play with me for that. Assuming that I lose that dazzling halo, maybe I won't be worth that price anymore. Shen Yao asked, so, do you have a target yet? Lin Chuxue bitterly smiled and shook her head. I'm not interested in looking for one right now. I just want to focus on my music for now. I'm only 23, so why would I be anxious? Hey, you came to develop your career in Huaxia all by yourself, sometimes it gets lonely for sure, so you obviously need someone to take care of you, Shen Yao said. Lin Chuxue smiled. So, that's why I came to visit you. Aren't you my best friend that will take care of me? Shen Yao rolled her eyes. Come on, you already threw me under the bus twice. I can still vividly remember the scene of getting besieged by your fans. Lin Chuxue laughed and replied, that was because you didn't believe how popular I was. At the first time, I even told you to be careful, you exposed my location yourself, and now you are blaming me. Shen Yao also couldn't help but laugh awkwardly. She met Lin Chuxue in the air. She was the stewardess, and Lin Chuxue was in her sunglasses. She was assigned to bring Lin Chuxue out of the security check. It was good until she insisted on buying Lin Chuxue lunch, and then they were besieged by fans and barely got out. Shen Yao smiled after remembering how they met. On the balcony, she let out a long sigh and said, I wonder if Su Cheng can beat the North Gate leader. As a local, I know a lot about North Gate's gang leader. He's a merciless guy that will use the most brutal means to get what he wants. Lin Chuxue looked at Shen Yao in surprise. You are concerned about him. She actually minded it a lot that Su Cheng was living with 2 girls, one of them even being her best friend. It was quite hard for her to accept it. Of course not. Shen Yao immediately declined. Don't you think this guy's very interesting? He does whatever he wants and isn't conventional at all. In comparison to other men, I've never seen someone as interesting as him. Frankly speaking, I think he's quite reliable. The other night, he was willing to offend Westgate's casino for a stranger's family. Just that alone is better than most men I've seen. Lin Chuxu looked at Shen Yao praising her husband like it was second nature. It was unknown what kind of mood Lin Chuxu was in when she heard this. But, it was just a nominal marriage, why bother to care? Su Cheng gave her enough freedom and personal space, then she should also allow Su Cheng to enjoy the admiration from other women. But the truth was, Lin Chuxu wasn't happy. Do you have a crush on that guy? Lin Chuxu asked Shen Yao in curiosity. How's that possible? Shen Yao said with increased volume, where did you get that idea from? If I got crushes on people this easily, then I would have already had a lot of boyfriends. Lin Chuxu let out a sigh of relief. That's good. What? Shen Yao thought she heard it wrong. You actually let out a sigh of relief when you heard that I don't have a crush on anyone? Holy crap, Lin Chuxu, do you want me to be forever alone? Nah, I just feel that you have to fly here and there, anyone you get with will end up in a long-distance relationship for most of the time. It's very unreliable, so you might as well stay single, Lin Chuxu laughed and said. Don't worry, the moment I find the right guy, I will quit this job. Shen Yao raised her head, looked at the starry sky, laughed and said, Ran Jing made a bet with me to see if I have what it takes to make Su Cheng fall for me. Lin Chuxu blinked and asked, You agreed? Shen Yao nodded. Having an entire month of break is too boring, I should do something interesting. To be honest, a man like Su Cheng won't easily be nice to a woman or take the initiative to take care of a woman. So when a man like him falls in love with a girl, that girl will for sure be very happy. Hearing this, Lin Chuxu silently sighed in her heart. Maybe he never liked me. I'm just afraid that if he falls for me, I won't be able to get rid of him even if I wanted to. Shen Yao sighed. Lin Chuxu pressed her lips together and then slowly said, You can get it a try, I can also bet with you. She mumbled to herself in her heart, I don't believe he will choose you over me. Even if he falls for you, then it will be the day we get a divorce, because there's no longer a need to protect this love anymore. Lin Chuxu, you still don't get how charming I am? Humph, if even you are joining in on this bet, then I will definitely try my best, Shen Yao said with her hands on her hips. Lin Chuxu was betting as well, she was betting whether their childhood sweetheart memories and emotions were still here. In fact, Lin Chuxu hoped that the reason they both stayed single over the years was that they were both waiting for the other one to talk first. However, she was no longer confident, so she thought it was fine to let Shen Yao give it a try. It would at least help prove if Su Cheng was still holding on to their childhood memories and emotions as dearly as she was. Then you go court him. If you succeed, then I will tell you a secret that I deeply buried in my heart, Lin Chuxu looked at Shen Yao and said. Maybe that day was really coming, the day when there's no longer a need to publicize her marriage but rather to end it.